Your thoughts on today?
Great test. Exactly what I wanted, exactly what I expected. I'd like to thank obviously Nicky and Alfreton Town for their hospitality. It's always a tough battle, and exactly what I wanted out of the game. And yeah, it was a good encounter and certainly a realistic match.
So what did please you most?
The battling qualities. We were asleep for 10 minutes. I felt we started a little bit slowly, but I must give credit to Alfreton. They started the game brighter than us. But after 15 minutes we got in, we started to play the ball and pass the ball. And it was an evenly fought contest. So yeah, to get back into it was an excellent strike from Adam. And I'm pleased in the first half, certainly I felt that it was a good encounter. Second half, I felt we created a number of very, very good chances, and third goal was exceptional.
Was it perhaps your tactical change that indeed changed the match?
No, I was going to change anyway, so I don't take the credit for it. The players take the credit for that, and they went out there and performed to a high quality. I felt Paul Connor was made a big impact. There's Keegan Parker, and they're two experienced players, and I felt it was more of an equal balance up top. And certainly that proved to be the case, because the third goal was a very, very worked goal. Paul Stonehurst did very well. Louis Briscoe made a big impact as well when he got on. So there's a lot of pleasing aspects for me.
So following this match, has your starting lineup for next week changed at all? Has anybody worked their way into your side?
Mr. Saunders had just asked me that. He said, "You got a headache?" Yeah, good. I'm glad I got a headache. The players have got to realise we've got to deliver. It's not just one game, it's about the whole season. And we've got some very talented young players, but they've got to make sure that they're on their mettle, and certainly in encounters like this. Because what we must say is that I pay Alfreton a lot of respect, is that they'll be as good as half a dozen of our Blue Square neighbours. Certainly, I believe so. And I'm sure Nicky will have a very good season with them.
Must have been encouraging to see Alan Marriott play a full 90. What's the latest on him?
Well, at the moment, obviously we'll monitor him after today, and obviously we're glad he's came through it. I was going to take him off, but he was comfortable, so we'll build on that.
So could he start Saturday?
Yeah, obviously if there's no repercussions, I'll be very disappointed if there is, because at no sign did he give me any indication that he was struggling. So we're icing him now, and we'll see how he is on Monday.
Luke Medley, the trialist forward, could there be news on him next week?
I hope to have a big development on Luke, yes, certainly.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Is there any way you think you are at this stage of the season? Obviously, when you have your in your own mind where you're going to start the start of the pre-season and where you want to be now, have you got to that level you want to be?
I think it takes most players probably 5 or 6 games, so no manager can say they're exactly where they want to be, realistically. But I couldn't have asked for anything more in pre-season, and I'm quietly very, very pleased with the way that the setup of the pre-seasons come about. We've had some very good encounters, different type of fixtures, different type of personnel to come against, but none more so than this. And this was a good battle. I think fans came here last year. I fielded a young side last year, and I knew it would be a baptism for them. And we got beat, and I wasn't worried about the defeat, because I actually knew it made me learn something about the young players who weren't ready yet. So, not taking anything away from Alfreton. But this year we've come and we've had a go, and I knew that Nicky would be fielding a strong side, and quite rightly so. And I really believe that this is one of the sternest tests that we'll come across, and just as healthy as most games in the Blue Square.
Well, that's it. Next season, this lot could be in the division. It's the equivalent of playing a Forest Green. It's that exact test of a team like that, a smallish place, a team that wants to beat Mansfield.
Yeah. I think the appetite certainly that Nicky's got here is healthy, and we matched the desire and the commitment. There were some very strong challenges, to say the least. But I think both managers wanted that. It doesn't appear that anybody's come out with any serious injury. I hope Anthony Howe is okay yet to come off. But yeah, no, there's a lot of good aspects of it. A good encounter, and certainly go away very pleased.
I mean, we touched on it earlier, but the character of the team was really pleased. I mean, you can't have a worse start than going behind after 75 seconds, but he didn't get to the players.
Well, it was a great ball in, and obviously Alan came for it, and obviously when any goalkeeper doesn't connect, you find yourself, they recycled it well. But no, you don't change your aspects on it. We didn't panic, and we let our football do the talking. We got back in, and with a well-worked goal. And in the second half, a lot of teams will suffer at the hands of our pace and our fitness levels. In the second half, the game will always become stretched, and I was very pleased with a lot of aspects of our dynamic, but likewise our possession.
that second half really seemed to take control. Was it a case of the penalty settle the team down or tactical change? But
I mean, was it 37 seconds or something like that? And you know, it was a fantastic little flick around the corner, and obviously a blatant penalty. The boy got caught out, and again, concentration levels at this level is imperative that you go out and you're bright. And the defender switched off for a momentary lapse and gave away a needless penalty. You know, thankfully the referee, I'm glad he didn't send him off.
They look very dangerous from crosses, particularly like down the right side. Is that something that concerns you?
Yeah, we gave away. I said before the game, I identified that, and obviously for the first minute, we didn't deal with the first ball, and we gave away a needless corner. But Alfreton are strong. You know, you have to deal with that, and they'll certainly punish other teams. And look, you know, they're a good side.
Cheers, Dave.
Pleasure.